Hi and welcome to In the Chair. I'm Brenton Garen, your Executive Editor of Westside Today. I'm joined by Zev Yaroslavsky, who recently retired from the LA County Board of Supervisors. Zev, thanks for joining us.
Good to be with you.
You handed over the reins to the 3rd District on December 1st to Sheila Kuehl, who had a hard-fought victory over Bobby Shriver at the November 4 election. When did it finally sink in that you sort of retired from politics?
It really wasn't a traumatic experience at all, and I'm not sure if there was a moment of sinking in, it was when we started taking the pictures off the wall and the plaques and the things that had been a fixed part of the, or as fixed a part of the offices as there was, and that was the last week I was there. The hardest part was breaking up our team, our family of people who have been with me, my staff, my secretaries who've been with me for a long time. Some have been with me almost 40 years. It's amazing. My secretary started when she was 17 years old, started working for me right out of high school, and retired when I retired.
So your retirement from the Board of Supervisors was, I guess, sort of forced with the term restrictions and term limits.
Yes.
And you've represented the district for 20 years, which represents the West Side and many parts of the Valley. Did you have any, I guess, advice or words of wisdom for Sheila, who's taking over this new role?
No, I don't give unsolicited advice typically, and she's been around like I did. She'll make her mistakes and learn from them, and but the trick is, for the most part, have your decisions be the right ones. I always guided myself on trying to learn from the mistakes of my predecessors, not just in the county, but in government, in life. The key is to learn, is not to repeat the mistakes that previous people had made. There's no reason for you to shoot yourself in the foot when the guy behind you had done that before. Learn from him.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back in 15 seconds after this message from our sponsor.
One of the latest services at the Cowan Center is facial fitness. Starting with contouring movements on the dry skin of the face, our estheticians use a series of gentle, rhythmic massage strokes to wake up the skin and the muscles underneath. The Cowan Center. The more we see you, the better you look.
Could you share just a little bit about the transition? Because I know Sheila recently announced her staff appointments and some of your team has stayed on with her. Yeah. What was that transition period like?
She did not have a long time to transition. She got elected 3 weeks before she was sworn in. And when you compare that to Hilda Solis, who won her election, or myself, I won my election in June. I had 6 months to put together a staff and a team. So Sheila, frankly, I have not seen somebody in 3 weeks be able to put together that kind of a team. She got the best people on my staff, those who weren't retiring and were going to stay in the county family. She kept them. Some excellent people who will serve her very well. And then she brought some of her own team in who are also excellent people and will do a great job for her. So she has a very strong staff.
What do you think you'll miss most about being an elected official?
The parking privileges that an elected official in this town get. With a government license plate, you can park just about anywhere. Now I'm taking my credit card and putting it in the parking meters like everybody else. I don't know how much I'll miss it. I don't miss the action. I mean, I've been at it for 40 years. So the thing I miss the most are the people who I work with, both on my own staff and some of the really outstanding professionals that I work with. Some known, some unknown. Some people who are buried in the bureaucracy, who are incredibly good problem solvers and are in government for the right reasons, and some who are department heads and administrators who I've had the privilege of working with, and not having those people to be able to tap on the shoulder and say, I need your help. What do you think of this idea? I'm kind of flying solo now. And I miss my secretary. When Congressman Howard Berman left Congress 2 years ago, he said he was fine. He says the only thing he missed was his secretary, because he needed a secretary to place his telephone calls for him. He never had his own telephone book at his disposal. And when he told me that 2 years ago, I started putting every number that was important to me in my own personal phone book, so I wouldn't be totally dependent. But I miss my secretary, who knows my life better than I do.
Zev, thanks for joining us today.
My pleasure.
And we wish you best of luck in all your future endeavors.
You got a deal. Thank you.
We'll be back next week with part 2 of our interview with Zev, so don't forget to check out westsidetoday.com to see that interview and more. I'm Brenton Garen for Westside TV.